Okay, this is Arduino lab number 10. Decently complicated, not super, but a little more elaborate. Here we're supposed to be making a Zoetrope. That little circular thing right there, and that clearly didn't work out. Hot mess. Wouldn't do. So we're just gonna kind of stick with this nifty little disc for visual. But okay, so this is a little hard to explain. I only have two hands. So basically we have two switches over here. The first switch is going to turn our motor on and off. The second switch allows it to change directions. And then we have a potentiometer here, the little blue part. And that allows us to change the speed at which it turns. And then we have this nifty little thing down here, and that's our H-bridge. And basically it's like a really big circuit crammed into one little thing. So this one particularly that we're using has multiple transistors built into it. So that kind of makes it a lot easier and able to put together on such a small breadboard here. So we have our usual power to ground. The little yellow ones you see are connecting the switches to our power. Orange ones are the little tiny orange ones are connecting things to ground. Have ground connected here, two resistors, and then our 9-volt battery, because our DC motor here requires a little extra power than what our Arduino can provide. So bear with me, I have one operable hand here. So turning it on, notice that it started turning clockwise. We'll change direction and go counterclockwise. And we can turn it off. Cool. With the potentiometer, it works. It's operational. It's just a little hard to try and do one-handed, but so we'll come back over here and take a look at our code. So this one, it's borderline lengthy little code here. Here we're just gonna establish our pins that are connected to our H-bridge, the ones that are connected to the switch for direction, turning the motor on and off, and the potentiometer as well. Variables to hold the values for our inputs, the speed, current direction, and then this is where the actual loop, so to say, starts. Here we're establishing input output. Low means that this is turned off, so it obviously is going to start off turned off at first. I'm not going to have it on. And then next down here is when we start our loop, so to say. So it's going to read the value of our on-off switch, read the value of the direction switch, the potentiometer, and then we have a little if statement series here. So if the button has been pressed, it's gonna be switched to have a reading for high, which means it's turned on, so motor enabled. And then if the direction button has changed state since the last loop, then it means if it's been pressed, then it will change to high as well, which means that the little thing here you saw change directions. Yeah, through the H bridge here. So that's what this is. So when you see high, low, whatever, high has it being turned on, low is off, high is on. If the motor is supposed to be on, the potentiometer is where you can vary the speed of it. A little hard to do one-handed. Then if it's not supposed to be on, turn the motor off. And then it just saves it as a comparison so that it has a reference point going back and forth. So, cool little thing. I had intentions for this little thing to work. It's like little images of a plant. It comes up, and then it goes back down. So I tried it, but it was too wobbly, and it just trying to get everything to stay. It was just a mess. So scrub that, but you get the idea. So that's lab 10. Cool.